Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to a 0-hour cast that will make you unhealthy.
What?
We have a Toxin vs Nuke matchup, my friend. That's not good for anyone. We're infantry, man. We're infantry. We're watching this cast. Just don't want. No, you should watch it. You should definitely watch it. We appreciate it when you watch our content.
Man, thinking on the fly.
Thinking on the fly, machine.
I'll tell you a story, viewers. So Blake was like, "No, don't start the video. I got to think of a funny intro." And he was sitting there for like 10 seconds, and I was like, "Nah." So I just unpaused it, and then all of a sudden he comes up with this fantastic intro about like Nuke and Toxin being unhealthy. Fantastic stuff. But actually, look at this wall here. What's this all about? He's versing a Nuke. Nuke, you have to wall off against that. The Nuke Battle Masters can blow up your workers, and he's like not actually doing that. Unless he wants to put a tunnel, it's probably why.
That's possible, yeah. He's throwing the tunnel down up there. That's weird. You wouldn't throw two tunnels down near the same supply. Ruiz is down the bottom here as our GLA Toxin.
And it will be Dominator at the north as the purple China Nuke. This is from Charbel's tournament. This is one of a series. We may cast some of the games later on, maybe the whole one if we like end up having an awesome time. But other than that, Dominator going for a very forward barracks on the left, and I think I don't know, maybe he wants to secure that cap, but he will secure the crush on this worker.
Nice play from Dominator there, cuts it off from the garrison, and we'll be throwing down a bunker as well there on the side. So
he just wants to get the mines on his bunker, that's why, and the garrison too.
Smart.
I was gonna say, like, trying to cap against a Toxin, like, and the fact that like you're just so vulnerable to getting crushed by a technical. But here we go. Speaking of technical, we do have it driving out throughout the open terrain. There's actually
mines.
Yeah, there's mines here. Drops the worker for a tunnel. Very nice to see. Dodging the mines, takes one of them. Oh man, calculated.
It's good play. We've seen that before, where you just like play around the edge of the mines. It's the next best thing to which takes extra micro, is you pop out an RPG and force fire the ground to try and tell if there's mines. What Ruiz did there, he drove on just the outside of the mines. Yeah, it was only the one RPG in there anyway, but he drove on just the outside of the mine, so he only took one shot. Nice guard move from Dominator. He's going to deny the worker and deny the tunnel network, which means only one tunnel down for Ruiz. That was good play.
Yeah, that was really important, denying that tunnel in the middle. He built it so, well, it was built so close to Dominator's base that he could see the tunnel pretty easily and deny that one. There's a few quads here, but quads are no match for those Nuke Battle Masters.
Yeah, so yeah, looking back towards Ruiz's base, I don't think he ended up finishing the it's definitely not walled off. That's nowhere near walled off. Easy for a Nuke Battle Master to sneak in there.
Yeah, I think the Mongols would have no problems going through that.
Oh, no,
you would need a much better wall to circumvent. Wow, that pro! Hang on, Dominator. That's a risky move, but I think it's actually very smart. Dominator, he secured this prop center with 2 fast barracks on the flank and 3 Nuke Battle Masters in the middle, even 4 Battle Masters. And Ruiz has 3 quads, so he can't really do anything about these Battle Masters unless he goes for some tech RPGs, which you can kind of avoid. Even then, the Nuke RPGs aren't really that good. The tech RPGs, rather. Because, like, the Battle Masters suicide themselves against the RPGs. So going for a very fast Nuke Overlord is actually like probably the best way you can play Nuke. It's just really hard to not lose, essentially, to actually get that Nuke Battle Master, get the props, the Nuke Overlord rather, the Nuke Overlord from the prop center. It's a lot of investment in the early game, which GLA especially can punish pretty hardcore, but looks like Ruiz actually went for his oil cap instead, so he didn't really have much of an army to be aggressive with.
We also saw Dominator deny technical on the right-hand side there a little bit earlier. So again, advantage of having those bunkers on the side. And we do see Chinas go for them every now and again. They're just a nice way to defend that really narrow choke point and keep your oil covered as well, which hopefully we'll see Dominator go for fairly soon. I don't think he would have had the cash straight away. I actually got it. He did get it. It's weird. He went like prop center as well. So yeah, he has actually capped his own oil.
Well, the Lotus capped the oil.
Yeah, Lotus cap. That was it.
It wasn't a red guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so he doesn't have to go for the capture upgrade. That's really good. Yeah.
Ruiz is going pretty hardcore eco. He's got 3rd and 4th supply and the oil derrick. So I don't think he actually scouted the prop center, but for some reason he's just really confident going for a crazy hardcore economy play, which I don't know. Dominator can probably punish that. Let's see. He's got 2 overlords now, Lotus as well, and Stinger Sight. So Ruiz is going for some pretty hardcore cap.
He is indeed, but yeah. It's like, I don't 100% agree with like Dominator's play, because camping against a GLA is just like the worst thing you can possibly do most of the time. And it depends on how big an army Dominator can actually build up here, because Ruiz is just like, okay bro, no worries. I'll throw down 2 more supplies, and then you head towards the late game as well. But he has a decent-sized army so far. I mean, he's getting a bit of stuff going down. He obviously has the tech advantage, having those Emperor Overlords, and it can be a while before Ruiz approaches that.
At the moment, it's looking strong. Overlords, Battle Masters, ECM Dragon Tanks, the Lotus. No Isotope just yet. Oh, here we go. On the left side, Ruiz also has his own army. We'll be popping into... well, to attack this bunker. Still, it's not a very good mix against the composition of Dominator, especially with the Nuke. He has the radiation shells, he's pretty fast with them, but nice play there by Ruiz, putting the pressure on, forcing Dominator to really react.
Gets control over the garrison as well. We have Scorpion rockets coming out. They managed to deal with the Dragon Tank, but does get shut down by these ECMs. Okay, we'll see how this engagement goes. Pro Overlord's out. The ECM's a little bit out of position on that Stinger site, but Stingers aren't amazing against these big old tanks anyway.
Yeah, they're more anti-air than anything else. The bunker has mines, so Ruiz has to be careful to avoid those.
That's actually a really smart move from Dominator. He didn't have mines down originally, I don't think, but he threw down the mines after he saw the army pushing in. So even if the barracks is destroyed, he still has the mines on the side protecting his flank. It's not a huge investment either, so definitely a smart move.
So Dominator has to force a sell here, because otherwise he'll fall behind in economy. The Lotus is actually sneaking through as the tunnel and the Stinger, they were destroyed.
See what she can get down there. Get a little bit of scouting down, if nothing else, and see the barracks. The PAL, sorry. One of the main problems with China is, of course, you don't really get a lot of scouting. Lotus is a nice way to play around that. She can just play around the tunnels, and she'll get a bit of vision coming down here, and probably see the battle bus as well.
That supply is sniped. Lotus as well in the base. Does see a fair bit of stuff here. This is such a crazy game because it's like 6 minutes 30 and there's already massive high-tech armies. Like there's just been no harassment where normally you'll see players having small armies because they keep clashing heads. So there's been harassment in terms of like buildings, but currently no engagements. I do hear a Jarman, however.
She just took a shot.
There we go. Remember when we used to cast without these headphones and we would just like miss things all the time? We would like, does he have Pathfinders?
I don't know. Did that happen? Is Search and Destroy down? We've looked for it, we're just not sure. Smart move from Dominator. He already has the troop crawl out and ready to go. So that's for the Jarman recaps, of course. Gonna have a heaps of Red Guard for that purpose, which is nice. Perfect mix, really. He's got a really good mix. Even has the stealth detection on the outpost.
On the left side here. Speaking of missing things.
Battle bus was taken out, I think maybe by the mines. I'm thinking about maybe by some other stuff. There's actually
Jarman's
3 scraps in the background there. Jarman is revealed. Let's see if Dominator actually dives in on this.
Yeah, he's being forced away. So both of these players like really not favouring these engagements, deciding to concede his forward tunnel.
Yeah. I think we have to see some...
Oh no, Lotus! Oh no, Lotus.
Lotus, bro.
That's a shame.
Rip. Salute. Salute, boys.
Man, isn't it like the best feeling is like just building a tunnel? Oh, there's a Lotus there. Also, like, you know when you crush a stealth hijacker,
oh, that's the
and
best,
you're like, well,
yeah.
that could have gone worse.
That could have gone real bad.
That Lotus could have definitely capped probably the War Factory and the Black Market, depending on how quick the reaction from Ruiz would have been popping out a quad. But like at the time, there was only the tunnel here on the left, so definitely would have secured 2 cells. Dominator just microing his army, and this game is a crazy production game. And what is this, CNC3? StarCraft?
What's weird is, like, this is cool from Ruiz. Normally you might see, like, an attempt at maybe buggy transition here coming in from Ruiz, and then you're going to just try and play around the ECMs and just get snipes down from your tunnel networks. But instead, we're just seeing pure production of battle buses coming in here.
Oh, counterattack.
Yeah, so it's a counterattack move, yeah. So instead of actually full-on engaging the army, he's just going to go for the counterattack with these battle buses instead, which I definitely don't mind. With that being said, like, China's normally pretty immobile, but Nuke Battle Masters, Nuke Overlords, they're definitely not immobile.
Yeah, the problem with this many battle buses is the MiGs can shut them down pretty hard, but Dominator's actually playing the Nuke, so his MiGs are pretty bad. No Firestorm until he actually gets Nuke MiGs, and that's a big question because it's a big investment from the Nuke silo. He's going to have a hard time dealing with these mobile battle buses. As I almost call them buggies.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm trying hard. Like, also, I hope you guys have really appreciated the effort I did to clean my bed and my room. Like, people always get so mad when my room is messy, and I did it now, and I hope you guys appreciate the effort, because a lot of people, you know, in the feedback form were like, Clean your room, man. I'm like, okay, fine.
He's committed to do
Damn
that.
it, Mum. I don't want to clean my room.
Look, I tell him to do it all the time, but
No, you don't.
itty bitty Callum doesn't listen to me. I don't really know. We don't tell each other to clean rooms. So
You just told me to steal my fridge.
That's definitely, as far as maxed out suppliers go. Do you think 3 workers maxes out a GLA supply, Callum?
No.
Machine,
No,
yes?
it doesn't.
No. How about the other one? How many workers are on that one? Because if it's 3, I swear.
It's 4.
That's
Well,
better.
that one's almost mined out.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh, here we go. That could have gone a lot worse, but here's a big pop from the battle bosses and the quads as well. A nice angle from Ruiz. Overlord's turning to engage now, but the battle bosses do sound the retreat. One of them does get sniped. Who do you think won that engagement?
They're full battle buses, so I'd say probably dominated by a bit because he's going to push down these tunnel networks now. Just sheerly on the engagement, Ruiz probably would have won that. He only lost two probably. Oh, that's nasty.
No isotope still.
No isotope.
Yeah, losing the tunnels is very important here. There's no backlines. There's only like the baseline, I guess, of tunnels. So denying the map control will hurt Ruiz. Has the right side with some tunnels there though, which is nice. And the left side actually looks like, oh no, the truck crushed a worker. That was nice play there from Dominator. Another battle bus is coming in, can disable that with the Lotus.
Nice play coming in. Yeah, not having isotope is hard. With a huge army, it's really tough to micro the battle buses in to try and get a nice explosion on enemy troops. So yeah, I don't know, you definitely should have isotope at this point. The armies are just too big.
It's weird seeing so much ground army from China and no MiGs, and I think if Dominator was any other China faction, he would certainly have MiGs by now. Yeah, as we can see now, he has to turn his entire army back to kill one battle bus, really suffering from this mix. Somehow the mines didn't go off, that's kind of weird. Quad's pushing out on the middle.
Just sniped down a couple more trucks.
Ruiz is really punishing Dominator's lack of mobility here.
Yeah, it's really nice.
There's only, one RPG inside that bunker, so not very effective. Maybe more bunkers would be a good idea from Dominator.
Yeah, what I like from Ruiz, he really has forced Dominator off the left-hand side. Are there any supplies in that top left-hand corner? Or have they all been mined out? Yeah, they were all mined out. But still, Ruiz has the map control there. He has a couple of tunnel networks down. Makes mobility and harassment on this Chinese base a lot easier, and it's hard for Dominator to really clear those tunnels out because, as you were saying, Machine, every time Dominator rotates his army, Ruiz just comes in and snipes some stuff, like whether it's a couple of supply trucks, it's a supply, a bunker, just anything really. Just starts slowly chipping away the defense Dominator has in the middle.
Dominator's starting to fall pretty behind here. Not having any hackers against the pretty decent black army.
The black army market count?
Yeah, he has like 3 of them, so that's not too bad. I mean, the massive army is here from Dominator, but he hasn't been able to use it because he has to keep responding to Ruiz's little harassments. And there's actually the 3rd supply in the middle, but the garrison is preventing that. So, yeah, at the moment, it's kind of like David and Goliath. You know, Ruiz is like the little poor GLA that's trying to hold up against the massive onslaught of the David's Overlord army, I guess.
Yes. I'd roll with that Machine. What I'd also like to see Dominator roll with is an RD strike on the oil derrick.
But do you really roll an RD strike? I thought you were going to say Overlords, because that would have made sense,
it's like
right?
rolling thunder, bro.
Doesn't that refer to tanks?
No. Artillery. Definitely artillery.
Right. Okay, whatever.
Nah, I just want to see artillery come down on the oil. It should be
Yeah.
off cooldown now from the feel of
Here we
things. And using it on the workers is fine, but you're not really...
Oh, that's a carpet bomb now.
It's predictive.
Well, let's see how it goes. You'll be moving away from that. Yeah, actually may even snipe.
Yeah,
It does
he
get
does.
taken
Wow.
out here. Yeah, definitely should use it on the oil derrick. Because you can't rebuild that.
No, you can't.
And there's nuke missile. Great choice. I think the reason why is because he wants nuke MiGs, and I think that'll completely... It'll even up all his holes in his composition. He'll have those nuke MiGs, which will be amazing against these mobile battle buses and the quads.
All the GLA holes in his composition, or
Yeah, nice. I think like he may even sell the nuke missile. A lot of times nukes do that. Is that they go the nuke MiGs, they get a nuke MiG out, and they just sell the nuke missile because it's so hard to keep alive, especially against battle buses. And only a single RPG.
He might go for it. Ruiz might
Yeah,
go for it.
let's see.
Why? No, Dominator's way out of position.
Well, he will get the supply down, but he may lose the nuke
no.
missile. At the same time, though, as long as he finishes the upgrade, he probably won't even mind.
Does he?
He has a while to sell it. It has a lot of health. I don't know, maybe he hasn't finished the upgrade yet. I can't actually
It costs
tell.
a lot. You get a lot back. Where's the sell? Bro!
He must want the upgrade.
Is it going to finish?
Man.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I can't tell.
We can't check until we see Nuke Mix.
Does get taken out here.
And the airfield, I think, was cancelled, which is nice. Wow.
Oh, man.
See, what doesn't make sense is that he just goes for this camp playstyle where you get like the nuke. You're about to start Nuke Mix and a Nuke Missile, and at the same time you push your army out.
It's just bad timing. You know, he should have maybe waited until he had the Nuke Migs, then push out with his army. But at the same time, it would have been okay if he actually filled up his bunker, only having one of them. A lot of times it works. Even the command center goes down. What?
Yeah, this is insane. The majority of Dominator's base has just been crushed here. And the oil, man, if he gets the oil... And look, these overlords still have to push through the battle buses on the side.
Man.
That buys time for the right-hand side battle bus to take out the oil of it. If it's micro correctly, if it's micro correctly, you should be able to. Get closer.
Well, there's what, 3 RPGs?
Focus the oil, my friend. Focus the oil. Oh, that's disappointing.
Doesn't take it out. So there is those left, and he has the airfield, so he must have the Nuke Mix. He wouldn't be prioritizing the airfield.
It wouldn't come
that
out.
hardcore. That was nice defense. Well, nice attack by Ruiz. Dominator's defense, yeah, like he wanted to snipe the supply off first. I mean, it's hard to play against those battle buses. They're so fast. Their damage against buildings is so high. It's pretty hardcore. But it seems that things are looking up Dominator. The Nuke Migs. Oh no, Helix in fact.
What?
So maybe he didn't have the upgrade finished. Has his command center on the way as well. Ruiz, meanwhile, has what, 6 black markers, his command center, he's got everything.
He's in a really nice position.
Still has his oil too.
Yeah, and it's just such a big bait as well. I mean, as soon as you see the Nuke Missile timer come up, it's like, man, I have to do something about that. Let's see where the Nuke Missile is, or let's see if he's going for Nuke Migs. It's a bait for your opponent to start going in. And it was, even if like he was on low power mode, the timer's still going to show up at 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, that was just an odd choice from Dominator. He just really mistimed that. He obviously, it made sense what he was thinking. It's just he didn't really micro his army. He didn't have his army at home when he went for that.
Yeah.
The counterattack is a good idea. I mean, Ruiz used the majority of his battle buses. He threw them all in there, lost some. A counterattack at this point is nice, and the oil does get sniped, so that's a big plus for Dominator.
Well, the Helix is revealed. It's going to be harder to use now. We may see more. Oh, that's an Anthrax bomb.
It's an Anthrax bomb machine. It's in a good position as well.
Could kill the ECNs. Probably not the Overlords, though.
I think.
Dragon Tank as well, of course.
I think...
oh, wow. No, he keeps it alive, barely.
The ECMs get countered by the cliff really hard, so...
well, but I'm pretty sure it actually travels through cliffs. But it's the fact that he had the prop center healing. Prop tower. And that's a Copper Bomb. Arty Strike as well. Goes for the tunnel. Really, it doesn't lose it. Once again, the battle buses are so strong against air units with that many RPGs. It's like 24 between all 3 of them.
Have we seen Nuke Migs coming out machine?
Nah, he mustn't have finished it.
Finished it. That's right.
Because you can't get the upgrade while you're low power mode.
Of course.
Unless he used the overload on his power plants. Or power plant.
Yeah, another thing. He should have probably gone for the overload, but yeah.
I forget though all the time. You don't really remember it all the time, but yeah, that would have like 100% been Dominator's game if he kept that in time long enough to secure his Nuke Migs. But oh well, it happens. He did get the supply at least.
Just a mine drop coming in here from Dominator. He should get that one off. Yes, he does. Limits the battle bus's mobility a little bit, which is good. Yeah, this Helix is going to be really hard to use.
He can kite the buses, but he can't really engage them. Like right now, oh, he loses it.
Wow.
Oh no.
Only for one battle bus.
He got one of them at least. A little bit mismicroed, but still, Ruiz, he may engage this one. Jarman Snipe does come through. It's a lot of ECMs. But at the same time, a lot of dead battle buses. May lose one of his overlords, however. Yeah, it does get taken out here. So
ECMs are quite out of position.
No, actually, troop crawler either, so he can't recapture that overlord.
ECMs.
Well,
no, they're out of position, man. They're out of position.
Well, sort of.
Yeah. They were definitely a tiny bit out of position there. They should be in a tiny bit further forward.
This overlord's almost vet 3. It gets pretty OP when it's vet 3. Oh no, he sniped that one.
He knew it was there as well.
And there's still no troop crawler, so there's no way to capture this.
Yeah, there we go. What Dominator... What Ruiz should have done there is like get another battle bus if you had another one and just ram the RPGs in. Cap 2 Emperor Overlords and... Yeah, that could have been nice.
Well, Dominator is mining from the middle, but I feel like this is perhaps getting a little bit out of hand here. There we go. Sneak attack as well, but actually on the mines, it captures the Overlord with his Jarman, but there's 2, well even 3 ECMs. There's a Toxin Rebel ambush, goes for the crushes with his Overlords. Getting most of them down now. Meanwhile, the Overlord just finished being disabled. Battle Bus actually gets sniped as well. That's... Oh, that was the lack of isotope. Well, it actually could have gone a lot worse there for Dominator. I think he reacted pretty well.
I think Ruiz was going to pop some stuff out of that sneak attack, but it landed on the mine.
Yeah.
Either that, or it was just a bait sneak attack.
To buy time.
Yeah, to buy time
That's
and buy
true.
damage output as well. We have seen, you do see players go for that every now and again. Where you just pop the sneak attack, because not because you actually want to pop anything out of it, where your main army's attacking, you just want to buy time, because the instant reflex is to try and attack the sneak attack tunnel before it has the chance to pop any units out. Or at least the deny GLA the ability of just constantly reinforcing the battle. So
Yeah.
it was still nice either way, but Ruiz doesn't pull it off, and Dominator goes for a really good defense, especially against that Toxin Rebel ambush. You could see Dominator was ready for it. He had the Overlords already moving and crushing by the time the Rebel ambush came out.
Yeah, you have to react fast. Also, like, maybe Ruiz shouldn't have capped with his Jarman. But considering that he had the Rebel ambush coming in, that, like, if he just targeted it closer towards the neutral Overlord, he could have captured without losing his Jarman. But either way, nitpicking aside, one black market does get taken out.
It's nice. A good move from Dominator, deny that late game economy. Have we seen any hacker transition yet, or none?
Can't afford it. There's still no prop center.
No chance.
Has the oil, though. That's going to be the saving grace Dominator. He also has the middle supplies, but they're not mining very efficiently. They're kind of far away. These black... the battle bus is still doing some good harassment.
Really needs to keep this last Overlord alive, because as you were saying, Machine...
Jarman?
Sounded like it. Must have been, yeah, it was a Jarman.
What did he snipe then? Like, he didn't snipe any vehicles.
I think it was sniping the Red Guard on the ground. There were Red Guard on the ground trying to deal with the battle bus. And they got sniped. So I think Jarman was going after the Red Guard.
Unless the Jarman was actually inside the battle bus. Because you can't use the snipe ability when you're in a
No, you
garrison.
can't. That's true.
Well, Ruiz is just throwing out more and more of these battle buses. And it's dangerous territory Dominator to be in. Like, he can't use the Overlord without having a troop crawler nearby. And also without an ECM. There's a Jarman, actually, so...
Ruiz is in a really good position here still. It's just late game economy. I think it just might win him out the game. Dominator, the all is nice, but it just doesn't stack up to 7 black markets.
Yeah, it's too much. Especially if Ruiz could just eventually go for a Scud Storm. And Dominator's means of attacking that would be quite a risky. At least he does have the... Oh wow, it's a few helixes. He has 2 of them, and they're haven't been revealed yet. So it's kind of like the hidden army of battle buses, of helixes.
Yeah, see, when ordinarily it's just like my opponent doesn't have enough quads. In this case, he has like 7 battle buses though, so... Yeah, I don't know. It depends.
Didn't kill anything.
Yeah, it gets the workers, but at this stage in the game, you've got to expect your opponent to have mined out his supplies. Really should be getting the cells on these supplies as well.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, this is a big engagement.
So there's actually no prop tower. They're all bunker elixirs.
Yeah,
so
this is good. He should go straight for the battle bus. Snipe them down individually. He's going for the sneak attack tunnel on the right-hand side.
Quads are being built by Ruiz.
Right-hand side. Tunnel goes down, but that has, of course, revealed the helixes.
Yeah, I think Ruiz is now on panic mode quad spam.
This would be full quad production at the moment here. I mean, battle buses are nice, but quads are quads. And
Yeah,
they're very
this one's
decent at
cheaper.
dealing with...
And you don't have to, like,
Elixirs.
macro the RPGs in. It's already done.
Nice, good micro.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, and is that a mine drop?
Oh, it's an EMP!
IP!
Oh,
Perfect!
man!
The perfect EMP from Dominator, but the battle buses are, of course, still going to be firing as
Yeah.
well. You've got to remember that. Really got to micro the full health helix is in. They've got a bit of time on that ECM to play with. They start down another tunnel network, go for the black market.
He's evacing his RPGs out.
He can't go for this engagement because of the RPGs. That sucks. Good play. That was a really nice EMP coming in there from Dominator. It's sad he couldn't capitalize more, but no, he does. He does.
Oh,
The carpet bomb. Beautiful
nice.
play. Good stuff. Knocks both of those battle buses down to the ground. I was wondering what his plan was there. The helix is going to couple more snipes out. There are still quads on the field though, and they're going to be firing away at the helixes, and we'll force them off. But Dominator, man, that's how you
Nice.
get back into a game. That was beautiful.
Clutch EMP.
That was so clutch. It's the prediction. It's like, where is he going to tunnel pop from? What time is he going to tunnel pop from? How do I time that with my EMP? And he timed it perfectly as all the troops were getting out. So yeah, the battle buses can still fire, but he followed that up with a carpet bomb. Helix has sniped the black marker and 2 tunnel networks on the right-hand side.
Still not much
great.
left for Dominator. Can Ruiz... Can he get an army from this? Can he hold on? Supply is being built.
It's pretty desperation.
Yeah, there's what, 3 quads, a bit of RPGs. The paths are still there, so could certainly go. There's a Jarman coming out now. So I think the troop core is actually full though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know about this. Jarman snipe. Oh, that's a rebel ambush is what caps the Overlord. Helix does take it out though, but the bomb gets the ECM and the troop crawler. Whew.
That was a pretty good trade there. I think that was
Oh,
smart.
100%. He didn't really lose anything. He was just losing his cooldowns on his support powers.
Following up snipes with Toxin Rebel ambushes can be really good.
Yeah.
You get like the instant cap, and it prevents any red guard from like anywhere near getting out of their vehicles. So snipes the entire ground army essentially of Dominator. Now Ruiz can just focus on getting the anti-air to deal with these helixes.
He already has anyway.
Yeah.
No pop from this one. We could back from the rear. There we go. Pops out there. He's got quads. Has the AP ammo as well. Has the battle bus. Looks like these RPGs are getting a fair bit of veterancy inside of the helixes though. And there's no prop tower. Like normally you'll have 2-to-1 prop tower, 2 bunkers, but there's no healing. He has to actually heal manually like a massive chump on his airfield.
Which takes forever.
Yeah, it's like the peasant way to heal.
The main problem with that strategy is like, yeah, it's free, but it takes a long time to actually repair the helixes. And that's obviously giving your opponent a chance to kind of build up. Wow, that's really bold. He went for double supply.
Wow.
Because that's a big investment
Yeah,
as well.
and how can he defend it?
1,500 investment. That's a huge.
7 quads, battle bus, and a Jarman. Helixes are good, but they aren't they aren't that good.
Where's the long distance mine, bro? Like, I don't know why you would invest in a supply that close. It'll let you mine them out, but only if the helixes can stand their ground, which they can't. Obviously, they can't.
Yeah, losing that was a massive blow. Now, that's probably a mine drop?
I think so.
Oh, that was, yeah. I guess the Jarman, actually.
Wow. And
That's-
what? So is that the best mine drop as well? Don't you love it when you drop mines? And
On
you
a
kill
Jarman, yeah.
Jarman, so.
Yeah. Still, sneak attack should be an
Oh,
option.
battle bus, be careful, my friend.
Oh, there we go. That's sneak attack. We'll get the oil at least, so even if it isn't that effective, it's still going to be worth it to secure that oil derrick.
Which is all of the
Helix is
income
on a couple bomb
Dominator
as
gear.
well. Oh, here we go. Will it evac in time? Not evacuating just yet. Oh, it
No.
loses those quads.
All 3 quads
But
go
at the
down.
same time, it's still worth it. He killed the oil derrick.
Definitely worth it, machine. And it blows the cooldown on that carpet bomb as well, so you can't defend in the middle against this engagement. Too many quads for the helixes to go into.
God, look, they're both like
So
a third
low.
health.
Yeah, they need to go heal at the base.
Battle
There's a
bus-
lot of mines down. The supply trucks definitely bought some time and some cash here, but I'm not sure what Dominator can go for to counter this quad army. He can't go for overlords anymore. He can go for non-isotoped battle masters, and that
That's true.
might buy some time.
Gets-
Mine's doing some good stuff.
Yeah, get some more with those mines, and at least he's hold on to his supply on the right side. But at the same time, don't forget the black market count. It hasn't really been increasing though.
No.
But it's still pretty significant.
That's a arty strike coming in. Where is it coming?
Yeah, maybe that's Ruiz's mistake. He hasn't really kept up on the market production, and he loses what, 2 of them?
No, 1 in a barracks
Okay,
machine, so
right. Much less important is the
yeah,
barracks.
but there wasn't a spot where you could actually put it down and guarantee 2 black
You
market
sure it was a
kills.
barracks?
It was definitely a barracks.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a barracks and a black market. So it had 2 barracks. As we refer
Barracks
to them as barracks. That's a good way to buy time as well.
Yeah,
if it's
nice.
On the, it's on the supply trucks. Kill them really quickly as well. Supply trucks aren't well known for their health. There we go. So supply trucks are down, and that means Dominator will have to.
Whoa, a nuke missile!
Whoa!
Dominator! Hang on.
Does he want to go nuke mix?
I mean, he already has the airfield. That is ballsy, man.
ballsy.
It's like, well, I'm out of cash and I have no trucks. I have no income. However, I will counter this by building a nuke silo. All right, bro.
All right.
Hey, I'm keen. Bring it on.
Oh, here we go.
I love seeing nuke migs.
I was just wondering what he was saving up for, because I'm thinking Dominator must have a lot of cash, man. Like, he still had the oil derrick. He's been mining from the middle. He should be on nothing now, right? Like, Dominator should be on nothing. Because that's huge. And I'm pretty sure he would have gone for that nuke mig investment. If only he finished this earlier. If only he finished the nuke mig upgrade earlier.
Still, the game's looking pretty even here. The quads are very clumped up right now. Nuke mig going in. Helix backing off. Oh, almost loses that one. That one has most of his vetted infantry as well, but the nuke mig gets a nice shot.
That was a pretty.
I think he lost the
clutch
nuke
moment.
mig though. Oh,
Yeah.
it didn't kill that much. It was like 2.
Only 2 quads. It's not a
Yeah.
lot.
And
buys a little bit of time, and that's a
sneak
sneak
attack,
right
and
on the
it's-
nuke.
Yeah, that's the missile silo right there. Do we have a nuke? That's actually probably an EMP, I would say.
I'd say it's an EMP.
Yeah, it
but
looks like it will get a
smartly,
few of
the
these.
quads move. The quads move. It might get that back one.
Oh, I guess
Yeah,
he's nukes
just gets
missile,
the
but
back
not a
one.
huge deal.
It'll only freeze the cooldown, so...
Yeah, still more quads have come out. Sells it off, doesn't need it anymore, needs the cash. There we go. Nuke Battlemaster leading the charge, wants to soak up the damage, can't actually
Just
evacuate.
buy time here, I think, as
Yeah,
well.
if they take the aggro, then the Helix and the MiG can swoop in. But I think
Helix is so low. He needs another MiG up.
Yeah, he needed the money from the nuke silo. Cover bomb comes through.
Might be a good bait. Backwards dodge.
Oh, it's 3 of them. That's pretty good.
That might be enough for the the Gats to clean up with this Battlemaster.
Battlemaster taking a fair bit of damage
Nice,
here, though.
good play.
With the AP ammo, they're pretty effective. The nuke radiation, actually.
Oh.
Oh, man. That Rebel ambush
Yeah.
gets taken out by the explosion. That was like...
He blew the Rebel ambush to take out one Battlemaster. That's how scared he
man.
was at the Battlemaster.
Have you ever seen the Helix machine gun do so much work?
I've
Vet
never seen
2
a
as
Vet 2
well.
up that fast. So, and smart from Dominator. He actually prevents any further reinforcements by mine dropping the sneak attack as well.
Maybe it's a bait, like he leaves it there on purpose for the mine drop. Unless Ruiz pops out a worker to sweep those mines.
That'd be a smart play actually, but the Battlemaster should
Yeah,
clean this up.
Ruiz, he isn't really building up black markets. He's invested too much in his army. It's a hard
He
balance to
kind of
find.
needed to though. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Every one of these engagements has been like 50-50 between Dominator and Ruiz. If Ruiz had less troops, then Dominator might have been able to close this game out at some point.
But like the less troops you have, the more efficiently they're microed.
Yeah, that's true as well. One of our favorite parts about Zero Hour, really.
Even with combat heroes.
Yeah.
Unless you blob, but like, you know, but still, it's like 7 riflemen just get suppressed by an MG, right? Like,
So,
oh, here
wow.
we go.
Is that another Helix then, or is the other one still repairing?
There's only 2.
No, there's okay.
So the Vet 2 is really important. The Vet 2 gives him regen, so he doesn't have to use the airfield to regen, though it will make it faster. Now Ruiz, can he hold on?
It's getting another black market.
I said that
up
like
now.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. It was such a good push as well. I thought Ruiz might have had it, and then just a really nice Battlemaster explosion.
Like, it probably would have been worth it to keep the Rebel ambush for the MiG snipe. So, but still, Dominator thing's out of cash now. Yeah, he can't really afford another MiG unless he sells off something. Like, what would he sell
I don't know
though?
what
Like
he
his
sells.
War Factory was probably the most important thing, or the least important thing rather to sell. Oh, this has a supply
But
actually.
it's not like he can just transition into sheer like air units.
Well,
he doesn't have enough for another Helix.
You kind of can though, because like MiGs, so long as something is taking the damage, MiGs can snipe quads effectively.
Yeah, but there'll only be one. There'll only be one MiG. Even if you sell the War
Yeah,
Factory,
exactly.
like maybe 2. What are MiGs worth for Nuke? They're like
1200.
1100.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know the exact amount. I'm going for a supply. Maybe he should sell this one. Arty Strike comes through. That's the one thing as well that Dominator has going for him. He does have those Chinese support powers.
Oh, he has to play this nice. Send the Helixes in. Hang on, where's it on?
Oh no.
Must be on the black market.
Tunnel.
Tunnel.
He's trying to bait him, but he didn't
Yeah.
really give him a chance to bait. Alright, here we go. Helixes are swooping in. That's a lot of quads, however. Battlemaster does get taken out here. Almost loses his Helix, but he will get away from that one.
It's
So
2 quads.
yeah, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter how good your micro is when there's that many quads. I mean, what can you really do about it?
This is tough. I mean, that one Battlemaster soaked for a while, but even if Dominator has the most cost-efficient engagers in the world, it doesn't matter because he has no cash. So
Yeah, Dominator sold off his Gatling cannon and his bunker.
that was smart.
His bunker's still actually empty. He
Empty,
put his
yeah.
RPGs in his Helixes. Okay, Copper Bomb coming through. 2 Helixes.
It's a bait. It's a bait. It's
There's no
another bait.
migs.
It's another bait.
Whoa!
Man. Oh, gets a snipe. Oh, there's too many quads. That's really
Oh,
unlucky.
there we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
He killed the entire quad army, but isn't enough. There's only 1 Helix.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, 4
There's
of them
still
still
more of
survived.
them.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a nice try.
Yeah, nice work, Dominator, but at the same time, Ruiz held a sneak attack as well, so it looks like he will quad pop to follow this one up. Smart game from Ruiz.
Oh, no quads. That's his whole army was out. Oh, sees the sneak attack turns around again.
Yeah, there we go.
It's gonna get cut off.
Maybe he was waiting for an EMP. Oh, the mines, though.
Mines.
Yeah, I think, like, Ruiz, he didn't want to preemptively pop and get hit by an EMP or something. He will get the airfield, preventing the repairs.
Yeah, this Helix
Like,
won't win this engagement.
It is kind of repairing, but
Nah,
it's
it
like
won't win.
not a lot of repairs, to say the least.
Dominator needs more health. Half health on this Helix might be able to 1v2 quads that are that far apart.
It's probably an EMP now. Yeah, but it'll get... Oh, Mind Drop.
Mind Drop. He
So-
wouldn't have blown an EMP on that, I don't
Yeah,
think.
there we go. Look at that. The splash will be pretty good, but at the same time, the quads do reign supreme. That's going to be a dead Helix and a
That'll probably
dead
be
Dominator.
GG.
Yeah.
Essentially his last unit there. He played really nicely as well. That's pretty disappointing that he didn't.
I thought he was going to win this,
shoot off.
actually.
I really did, yeah. Nice play from Ruiz, though. I think he ended up...
I always love seeing aggressive GLAs. And Ruiz, I think, was one of the most we've seen in a while. Just constantly throwing out 1, 2 non-stop battle buses. Yeah, and that really prevented Dominator from being able to use his massive army. He had so many overlords. Such a good mix, but he just couldn't push out with it. And if he did, he would have just lost his base.
Yeah, it was cool. You don't often see that for GLAs. Like, let's transition to just battle buses and go for counter-attacks. You normally see sniping from long range with, like, rocket buggies and just, like, kind of going for the late game with heaps of black markets. But Ruiz went, yeah, as we were saying, really aggressive with those battle buses and just demolished Dominator's base. That was the winning push, really.
Yeah.
When he took out... Because Dominator would have won. Dominator would have won that game once the nuke bigs were actually online. If he had his army back at base. But he didn't have his army back at base. Ruiz just sweeps in. He takes out a nuke missile silo. He takes out a CC. He forces a cancel on the airfield. Takes out a barracks. Takes out a war factory.
Oh, no.
All of the production. It was so much.
More of these rebels.
Rest in peace, Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It was the timing as well, as you said. If Dominator had like an extra minute, he would have been able to push out with his overlords, and then there would have been nuke mix to defend the counterattacks. Dominator is still in this game for some reason, but this is like obviously GG. Yeah. There we go. GG. Dominator isn't taken out here, but there's only one game of the series, and we may cast it later on at some stage. But yeah, well played by Ruiz. Good stuff.
It was a cool game.
Please subscribe to the General's Gentleman. If you enjoy our content, you can support us at patreon.com/General's Gentleman.